Argentina passion. Argentine football was forged inside a country shaped by economic collapse and political upheaval. Football became one of the only stages where ordinary people could feel like conquerors. This is why Argentina worships the number 10, the enganche, the playmaker who bends a match through sheer desire. Diego Maradona proved this in 4 unforgettable minutes against England in 1986. First the hand of God, then a slaloming run past 5 defenders. Later voted the greatest goal in World Cup history. Decades later, Lionel Messi carried that same weight, finally delivering Argentina's 3rd World Cup in 2022. A night so overwhelming that grown men wept in the streets of Buenos Aires. Here's a darker fact many overlook. During the 1978 World Cup, held under a brutal military dictatorship, the government used Argentina's own victory as propaganda. Brazil, dribbling. If Argentina plays with fire, Brazil plays with joy. Brazilian children rarely grew up with proper footballs. Instead, they played with rolled-up socks and half-deflated balls, too unpredictable for textbook technique. That imperfection forced improvisation. Layer onto that the influence of capoeira, the Afro-Brazilian martial art built on rhythm and deception, and you get ginga, the natural sway of a body always one heartbeat from magic. Pelé turned dribbling into poetry. Garrincha turned world-class defenders into confused spectators. Decades later, Ronaldinho, Ronaldo Nazario, and Neymar carried that same magic forward. Here is a fact most fans do not know. The phrase "the beautiful game" was coined by Pelé himself, in the title of his own autobiography. Germany mentality. After the devastation of 2 world wars, German football became a symbol of national reconstruction, a way to rebuild pride from ashes. German academies train mentality as rigorously as skill. There is even a word for it, Turniermannschaft, tournament team, a squad that always peaks exactly when it matters most. Franz Beckenbauer redefined defending with calm authority. In 2014, that mentality produced one of football's most shocking results. Germany defeated host nation Brazil 7-1, a scoreline still called the Mineirazo. Few fans know that West Germany's 1954 triumph, the Miracle of Bern, is considered the moment the whole country finally allowed itself to feel proud again. Spain passing. Spain did not invent passing football, but Spain perfected it into something hypnotic. The philosophy traces back to Johan Cruyff's years coaching Barcelona, where Dutch positional theory merged with Spanish technique to create tiki-taka. Xavi and Iniesta turned midfield control into art. Between 2008 and 2012, Spain became the first nation to win 2 European championships and a World Cup in succession. Iniesta's extra time winner in the 2010 final ended a 78-year wait for glory. Here's a fact many miss. This identity was not fully embraced until coach Luis Aragonés rebuilt the national philosophy around possession before Euro 2008. Italy defending. In Italy, defending is not a necessity, it is an art form, catenaccio, meaning door bolt. This identity emerged from post-war innovation, when coaches like Helenio Herrera built systems around an extra defender, the libero, sweeping behind the back line. Franco Baresi and Paolo Maldini often won duels without ever needing to slide into a tackle. At the 2006 World Cup, Italy conceded only 2 goals in the entire tournament before lifting the trophy. Fabio Cannavaro won the Ballon d'Or that year, an honor almost never given to a defender. Here is a fact that surprises fans. Catenaccio actually began as an underdog strategy for smaller, poorer clubs, simply trying to survive. France talent factory. No country on earth produces football talent quite like France. The roots trace back to Clairefontaine, the National Academy built in 1988. But France's true secret weapon is demographic destiny, shaped by generations of immigration from West Africa, North Africa, and the Caribbean. Zinedine Zidane scored twice in the 1998 World Cup final, briefly uniting a divided nation. Kylian Mbappe continued that legacy in 2018, becoming only the 2nd teenager ever to score in a World Cup final. Here is a fact most overlook. France has produced more players representing other African nations at recent World Cups than almost any country besides those nations themselves. England intensity. English football moves fast, hits hard, and never stops running. That is inheritance. The game was born in England's industrial towns, built on physicality rather than finesse. That heritage, combined with the speed of the modern Premier League, created a culture obsessed with pressing and physical dominance. Bobby Moore captained England to their only World Cup title in 1966. Decades later, Harry Kane led a new generation to a World Cup semi-final in 2018, England's best finish in 28 years. Here is the twist most fans miss. England went 44 years between that 1966 victory and its next World Cup semi-final, a drought that birthed the anthem, "It's Coming Home." Portugal, individual brilliance. Portugal is a small nation with an enormous footballing shadow, and that shadow has almost always belonged to one player at a time. Eusebio became the first symbol of this philosophy, finishing top scorer at the 1966 World Cup. Decades later, Luis Figo carried that torch before handing it to Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo dragged Portugal to their first major trophy at Euro 2016 while injured on the sideline, inspiring his team through sheer will. Here's a fact that surprises fans. Ronaldo's obsessive training regimen has reportedly slowed his body's biological aging. Netherlands total football. The Netherlands has never won a World Cup, yet no nation has shaped modern football more. In the early 1970s, coach Rinus Michels and Johan Cruyff pioneered total football, a system where every player could interchange positions fluidly. Cruyff invented the legendary Cruyff turn and later shaped Pep Guardiola's entire philosophy at Barcelona. The Netherlands' most iconic match was the 1974 World Cup final, a heartbreaking loss to West Germany despite dominating the game. Here's a fact fans find astonishing. Despite never winning the trophy, the Netherlands has reached 3 World Cup finals, making them the greatest nation never to lift the cup. Japan, discipline. And finally, a nation that transformed football not through flair or fury, but through discipline. Japan's rise in world football is one of the most remarkable transformations the sport has seen. This identity emerged after the J-League launched in 1993, blending Japanese values of precision and respect into the football system. Tactically, Japan compensates for a lack of physical size with flawless organization. Hidetoshi Nakata became Japan's first global star, opening the door for players like Takefusa Kubo today. Japan's defining moment came at the 2022 World Cup, defeating both Germany and Spain in the group stage. Here is the fact that says it all. After those matches, Japan's dressing room was left spotless, and fans stayed behind to clean their own section of the stadium. Closing. 10 nations, 10 philosophies, 10 completely different answers to the same question. What does it truly mean to play football? Argentina answered with passion, Brazil with joy, Germany with willpower, Spain with patience, Italy with precision, France with talent, England with intensity, Portugal with individual genius, the Netherlands with revolution, and Japan with discipline. None of these answers are wrong. That is the true beauty of this sport. Football did not simply spread across the world, it absorbed the world, reflecting every culture and every struggle back onto the pitch, 90 unforgettable minutes at a time. Which country's football superpower impressed you the most? And what do you think is your nation's greatest football strength? Let us know in the comments.